Welcome back. NBC News Chief Data Analyst Steve Kornacki is here to break down the results of our latest NBC News Decision Desk poll. What do you got, Steve?
Yeah, Kristen. So towards the end of 2025, we know that politically a tough ending of the year for Republicans and for President Trump. And certainly this NBC News Decision Desk poll showing the same thing, a 42% approval rating for Donald Trump. Now, we know his approval rating has existed in a pretty narrow range the entire time, both terms he's been in office. However, that is down 3 points from the start of the year. I think maybe more worryingly for Trump, though, here, when you look at this approval rating, look inside his own party. Now, overall, it's like close to a 90% approval rating with Republicans, but the intensity, how about this? The folks who say they don't just approve, they strongly approve. And you can see here, Republicans who call themselves, they say they identify with MAGA, the Make America Great Again movement. 70% of them strongly approve of Trump. Those who say, more traditional Republican, 35% of them strongly approve of Trump. And Kristen, that's a change. From the start of the year here, it was 78% strongly for MAGA, 38% for traditional Republicans at the start of the year.
So this is really one to watch because historically the MAGA base has been unmovable.
Yeah, and one thing we should note on this too, Kristen, this is an online poll. This is looking at all adults, not just registered voters. So we want to see when you're looking at other polls too, is this something they're finding as well? But that's significant, certainly, if that's something you start seeing across the board. The other thing here, along these same lines, just look at the composition of the Republican Party. We ask Republicans, do you identify more with MAGA or with just the Republican Party itself? 50-50 right now. And again, start of the year, the balance was more on the MAGA side. So moving a little bit away from that potentially. But again, looking at that low approval rating for Donald Trump, what might go into it? We ask voters what matters most to you. 27%. It is the economy. Healthcare, you see, by the way, 17%. When you're talking economy, overwhelmingly, it's the cost of living. It's inflation. And then look at this. You ask folks, are you better off or worse off versus a year ago? It's 65-35 now. Kristen, that's basically exactly what it was when Trump came to office. So it's not like there's been a groundswell of people feeling differently over the course of the year. And then, let's talk politics here. Which party, we ask voters, do you trust more when it comes to those prices? That's Democrats, blue by 6 points. Healthcare costs, that's Democrats, blue by 14 points. Think of those results we saw in New Jersey and Virginia. Certainly, this could be an ingredient in that. Democratic hopes for next year, Republican fears for next year. And then on healthcare, too, I did want to make sure we mention this, very important as this healthcare debate plays out. We ask folks overall, they're concerned about healthcare costs, but are you satisfied with the coverage you have right now? Overwhelmingly, their answer is yes. 82% are very or somewhat satisfied with their existing coverage.
Significant findings heading into the midterm. Steve Kornacki, thank you so much for being here.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.